Hello everyone, my name is Yewande Okunoren-Oyekenu and I will be presenting a science video to you which was compiled by myself and my assistant Kazeem Olatijani. This is a project from the Wendy Noren Medical Research Institute where I'm a principal investigator and I will be talking about science engagement for ages 9 to 18. The reason I'm making this video is because of the current lockdown due to coronavirus, and I want students to be able to have an opportunity to engage themselves in science, because with science you have to be consistent. If you don't take your science textbook to learn for a while, you tend to forget, especially with terminologies in physics, chemistry, and biology. My first presentation is about neuroscience. What is neuroscience? Neuroscience is the study of the brain. In order to study the brain cells can be obtained from animals like rats. When you have the brain from the rat, we can grow it into a large size using a technique called cell culture technique. The brain grows in an incubator, and over time we can study different diseases about the brain. The brain can have different medication added to it to see if it will grow bigger or smaller, or to see if it will repair the brain. And this has been useful in helping the study for brain damage. When people have brain loss of some parts of their brain due to accident, it is possible to be able to have some parts fixed. The study of neuroscience is wide, and a lot of research is going on every day to find out how brain diseases can be cured. My specialization is in the brain of newborn babies to see how their brains can be corrected to ensure that they don't have brain disorders in future when they're much older. With the use of a technique called immunocytochemistry or immunohistochemistry, when the brain cells grow, those brain cells are called neurons. We can use the immunocytochemistry technique that involves adding different antibodies that will change to different colors when it gets to the brain to see how signals in the brain happen. This is a picture of an immunocytochemistry experiment. If you look at the brain, we've got the right and the left side, as well as different little organs on it called cortex, hippocampus, and so on. This is a picture of a cortical neuron. That's a neuron obtained from the cortex of a newborn rat. This brain has grown for 2 weeks, and then different chemicals and antibodies have been added to it to obtain this picture. If you look at this red, the red is called the dendrites. This blue are the tiny cells, other cells in the brain. The green ones are the organs transmitting information from one end to another end. This is a picture of a neurotransmission. A lot of information is in this picture, and in my next video I will be able to explain how this picture was obtained and what happens if neurotransmission does not occur in a normal brain. Aquatic study. Aquatic study is the study of Plants and animals growing in water. Because of climate change, our animals, sea animals, have been becoming extinct. In this aquatic study, I will be teaching you how the food we eat is obtained and how to prevent extinction of sea animals, especially in the era of climate change. In one of the laboratories of the Wendy Noren Medical Research Institute, I studied what the effect of water and food as survival elements will be to a catfish. In this video, this is my assistant feeding the catfish, and as soon as the food is thrown into the water, these are about 60 fishes running around trying to find the food. You can see that there is enough water for them, and the food is definitely enough. But they have a method of survival of the fittest, where they all struggle to get food. After a while, even if you throw food into the water, once the catfish is satisfied, it leaves the rest of the food. This is Kazeem giving them food. Kazeem is a research assistant in one of the laboratories of Wendy Noren Medical Research Institute. This fish is about 3-month-old catfish. You can see the food is there, but they are no more rushing for it. This shows that water and food are survival elements, and it should be given in adequate amounts. Sea animals should not have to struggle for food. They have enough water and food in their environment. But with climate change, their seas are polluted due to oil exploration, and this affects the number of fishes in the sea, as well as the amount of food that they have available. This is the video where the fish pond is cleaned. In order to clean the fish pond, water is very important for fishes, and without water, for some seconds or minutes, they may die. But the catfish is quite strong and can survive out of water for even about an hour or more. When cleaning the fish pond, water comes into the fish pond from one direction and leaves the fish pond from another direction. In this video, you can see that the water level is far reduced, and because the water level is far reduced, the activity of the fish is reduced. They are just laying above each other, trying to get enough air in spite of the reduction in water. They are swimming, but not as fast as when there is plenty of water for them to move around. This is the kind of example of a sea that has suffered from climate change. the same fishes that had their water levels reduced. Now, even though the water level is reduced, when you give the catfish food, in spite of the little amount of water, they are all still able to struggle for the food. However, their activity is reduced because there is not enough water for them to move around. Water and food are equally important. Climate change has done a lot in destroying our sea animals. We should strive to ensure that our fishes do not become extinct. Now, for your practicals. This is a single catfish in a basket. You can see that there is no water in it, but look, the catfish is active as shown in this video. This is the dorsal view of the catfish, that means the back. Now turning it around, that's the ventral view. The ventral view. The ventral view is the underneath of the fish. Can you see the catfish is trying to run away? It is called a catfish because of its whiskers that resembles that of a cat. That's the ventral view. That's the ventral view. Different animals have different dorsal and different ventral views. From the dorsal view of a fish, you can say what kind of fish it is, as well as from the ventral view. Now for your assignment. I'm giving you a task to see if you are able to understand neuroscience as well as aquatic study. This assignment is for age range 9 years to 18 years old. This will keep you busy during the lockdown, and I will be happy if you can submit it to my email. The first question is, draw and label a neuron. Your second question is, explain the effects of alcohol and drug abuse on the structure of a neuron. For this second section, what I want you to do is to look at a neuron of a healthy brain and look at a neuron of a brain of probably somebody who has been drinking or abusing drugs. The third one is draw and label a catfish. It doesn't matter whether it's an African catfish or any other catfish. The catfish you saw in the video is an African catfish. Draw and label a catfish. Now, after drawing the catfish, I want you to explain in full details everything about the catfish. For your first question, you're going to write the kingdom down to the class it belongs to, as well as other relevant information like its habitats, adaptation, and economic importance. You can submit to yewande855@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. For more information on how to participate in educating students on science careers, teachers and parents, you can contact me at yewande855@gmail.com. This project is one of my numerous projects in my private research institute, Wendy Noren Medical Research Institute. And my research is self-funded. Thank you very much.